Hi there, welcome to Dear Anybody, a collection of letters written by my late father Jimmy Hodge, and I'm his son Kevin, and Dad wrote 365 letters in the year 1999 to mark the sort of tipping point of the millennium. Today we're on the 30th of January, and I think we're back to the old format, and thanks for bearing with as I was doing some remote iPad recording, but we'll be back to a slightly widescreen format, I think. Today, Dad picked up a couple of things. One was about a famous England footballer and manager who said something a bit silly, then a story about glowworms, and then some good deeds were done. Glenn Hoddle apparently was the England manager in 1999. Now, doesn't that seem an awfully long time ago? Gosh, he was the manager. And he said something like disabled people were paying the price for past sins in their life. Now, I think my understanding was that Glenn Hoddle had been a Christian, or was a Christian, or still is a Christian. So I'm not sure where he quite got that sort of thing from, if indeed, of course, he said such a thing. But that was big news at the time, that Glenn Hoddle was saying that all disabled folks were paying for past sins in their life. Then there was a story about someone in a pub who was not allowed to get rid of glowworms because they were breeding in his back garden, or in a pub back garden, and they were protected species, and apparently they were breeding like mad. And Jimmy thought it was quite funny that poor man couldn't sort of clean up his backyard of his pub, apparently, which had been flooded because of the glowworms. But he suggested they could just be threaded all together, put round the sign, and might have a cheap alternative electricity. And then lastly, it's just a small thing. He posed the question, are we becoming more honest? Apparently, a young boy found some money tucked away in some sort of box somewhere, £40,000, which is a lot of money, in 1999. But he gave most of it back, I think. But also, someone had donated £30,000 to Battersea Dogs Home. Dad wasn't sure whether the young lad perhaps actually found 40,000 and gave, 30,000 to Battersea Dogs and kept 10 for himself. But apparently someone did. Yeah, 1999 donated £30,000 to Battersea Dogs Home. So just shows you, doesn't it? People can be very generous. Anyway, that's it for today. Not too much to do. Tomorrow, I think, is the last day of January, and Dad does a little bit of a summary. I've just looked ahead a little bit, so it's probably just going to be a bit of a summary of the month that's gone. We're already 1 month into 365 days, so 11 months to go. I don't know how many letters that is, but that's quite a few still to go, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for looking, subscribing, watching, and enjoying, I hope. So just some of these little dishes from 26 years ago. Anyway, you take care, mine. There you go. Bye.